God, I love that flag.
Sometimes I feel weak, I can't move my feet. Now we're miles away. Sometimes I can't breathe, so effortlessly you left me with nothing.
Thank you for your service, sir. Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm sorry I haven't made any videos for a few days. Haven't been really feeling well. Ever since the live stream. Started with a minor little headache, a little bit of lack of energy. Then my gut started turning inside out, and I've been spending a lot of time in bed. Been doing a lot of thinking. It's nothing to be concerned with. It's actually quite a common thing with me. It's part of my health issues that are, I don't know if it's related to this thing or not, but yeah, I have a lot of health issues. This is just the obvious one and easy one to point out. Anyway, so this video, I love this place. I think it's fantastic. But I've been doing a lot of thinking as I've been laying in bed between sleeping and resting my eyes, I guess. It's not really sleeping. I'm just kind of laying there in bed. And I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I'm really beginning to wonder if I can afford to have a home. I need to explain something. You see, the way I was running things before, I had a lot of systems in place that were to complement each other. And the idea of getting a home was never about, having a place to live. It was about fixing the healthcare issues that they were saying I needed an address. And so I finally found an address that I could actually afford. And it's very remote out here, so it comes with its own expenses and its own problems. The satellite dish, for one, because, well, I have no forms of communication out here other than through internet. And without any internet, well, then I would have nothing, because there's no cell service out here. So have to get the cell service, or have to get the internet, so hence the Starlink. Added expense. But then I was weighing, what am I actually getting for rent that would be a benefit to me other than living in Bunkie. And the way I see it is I get a couple of things. Roof over my head. Bunkie provides that. I have access to electricity. Consistent access to electricity. I had that, maybe not to the degree I have now, but I had consistent electricity. And the way summer's been going, I would have had unlimited electricity. So I had that. Okay. Access to consistent water source. I kind of had that. It was, yeah, I had to work for it, but I had it. So everything I'm getting here, I already had, with the exception of one thing. A stand-up shower. Which I'm impartial to. I mean, yes, bathing is a thing I need to do. Yes, in which I do. It's just, a stand-up shower versus, sorry, bathing out of a couple of bowls, yeah, okay, it's more convenient. Everything that I've gotten here makes everything I was doing more convenient. But it comes with a huge cost. A huge cost. A cost I'm beginning to question I can even afford. And then there comes the other aspect of it. You see, part of what I did was I explored the country. I found remote locations to go to and spend time at and discover and explore. Which there's nothing stopping me from leaving here and going and doing that. Except I have so much invested in here in expenses that it limits where I can go and how much I have to go explore and do these things. I've started to question if in my quest to find a stable location, to find an address, I might have been better off just staying homeless. I am having these moral dilemmas, which there's another video coming that'll be a political video. And I'm really putting a lot of things into question these days. And now I'm starting to begin to wonder if this was the right choice for me. You see, here, when I need to go to the grocery store to get something, okay, it's an hour each way. Well, that's a huge expense. That's 2 hours of driving. And it's a massive expense to come back here. Same location, same things. I've been here for a month, been showing some different things and different ideas. I mean, there's still things I can do here that'll be content-wise when I have the energy. But it's always here. Where before, what I would do is I need to go to the grocery store. Okay, it's time to move on. And I would go to the grocery store on my way to a new location, a new place to discover, new adventure, new content, which offset the expenses that I incur for moving from one place to another. We're here, the content is getting stale. Maybe not just in videos, but in my ambition for it. But it's not only that, it's, even here, for me to go do my live stream on Saturdays, that incurs expense because I have to pack up all the equipment and drive to the location, shoot the live stream, and then drive all the equipment back. Okay, so I'm still incurring the expense of getting to a location to do the thing I'm doing. But I'm not actually, I don't know, it's hard to put into words exactly what I'm trying to think of here. And I don't know if I'm making the right decision or not. I actually think I'm making the wrong decision, but I think I need to move on. Ooh. Oh. I think I got something in my shoe. Excuse me. I do have something in my shoe. That sucks. Sorry about that. See, every time I had somewhere, I wanted to go somewhere new, or every time I had to find new content because I was getting bored of location, that's when I would go to town. I would do my shopping or whatever, and then I would move on to the next location. It would be something I did in transit to the next location. Here, there is no in transit. It's, I have to make a special trip at its own expense, out to do whatever, and come back. And that's where I'm running into a lot more expense than I had when I was homeless. When I was homeless, well, I would just open up the map and away I would go. I'm thinking this may be something I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to. Now, I want to do some repairs to Bunkie. And I never got around to doing that because I don't have the money, one. And two, I don't have the energy. I don't have the stamina. And this is where the content around here comes up. And I keep running into a snag is, I have content I want to create, but in order to create it, it is so much work to go create it. And whereas before, I would open my door and the content was right there. I didn't need to go find the content. The content was there. I already found the content. I was already in the content. Where here I have to actually leave and go get the content. I mean, yeah, okay, I can make some content around my house or in my house. Okay. How many videos of that do you want to watch? I've already seen the burnout from the field work. So that's not helping. And so this is where I am. I'm like, well, the whole point of getting this place was to help solve the healthcare problems I'm having. But now that I have an address, which they asked for, now they've set a new hurdle. Now I need to prove I'm a Canadian. And I'm like, but I had a BC health card in the past. Couldn't you just look on the file? Because I haven't had a birth certificate since I was 14 years old. Okay? I am 53 now. That's 39 years. I have not owned a birth certificate. Have not needed one. Have had no purpose for one. But I need to have that birth certificate in order to prove who I am. So I say, well, I have an Ontario health card. It has my picture on it. We can't use that as ID. Well, then why did you put my picture on it? This is a dumb thing. Okay, look in your system. I was a resident of BC in the early 90s. I had a health card then. Just look me up. Oh, our system doesn't have it anymore. What do you want from me? I've jumped through every single hoop for this healthcare system that's doing everything in its power not to provide me healthcare. And it's not like it's not like it's not obvious I need some friggin' healthcare, let alone some other things done. So the only reason for getting an address is because of the healthcare system. Because I needed an address. And I'm now like, I need to get Kitty transferred out as well. So, but I'm torn. I'm absolutely torn. And I don't know what to do. So I think I'm going to throw Bunkie back on the back of Kitty. I'm going to cancel the Starlink. That'll free up $200 for me to go find a new location and make content. I'll pay my rent here, but I think I'm going to downgrade back down to the Little Shack because I'm never going to be here. And, well, honestly, as much as I enjoy doing the field work, I do it for the content, and it takes a lot of energy from me where I don't have very much energy to begin with in a day. And to lose that much just for content that's getting stale, there's no point in having the YouTube channel, right? If I'm going to be creating content, I don't want to make stale content. I want to make content that matters, or something that people will enjoy. I want to make adventure. I want to make not the same thing every day. And that's what work is. It's just the same thing every day. It's okay once in a while, but I'm really weighing my options right now. And if I'm losing all my energy doing work where I don't have the creativity or the adventure available to me, or the energy to actually go do the adventure, then this place is costing me more than it's worth. So I think I am going to move on. To the members, I'm going to put this video out on its own without your advance. It'll be out like tomorrow morning, so I apologize, but I need to get myself in a position where I can actually start making content again. And right now, I don't know. So I want as much feedback as I can possibly get on this. So I can make the decision before the 1st. And well, today's the 29th. So I don't know. Maybe I'm whining again. I don't know. I do love it here. I just don't think I can afford it. As much as I want to, want isn't enough. I want to own a Lamborghini. That's not happening. So want isn't enough. I have to live in a real world. And the real world says it's getting too expensive for me. I can't afford. It's not too expensive. Let me rephrase that. I can't afford it. I need to make my life more worthwhile than sitting here twiddling my thumbs and fading into nothing. Like I always say, I'm here to live my life, not just exist. And well, part of living my life is the adventures we've been on. So I think I'm going to talk to the owners. I'm going to downgrade. Because it's not fair to them. They gave me a great opportunity here. I'll continue doing for the rest of the month too my work for this, but I think I'm going to downgrade again. And I'm going to load Bunky back up. And I think we're going back to adventuring. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up, but it ain't going to be far. Anyway. Welcome to the Fringe, everybody. Sorry it was such a whiny one today, but it was a conversation. It's been rolling in my head for days while I've been laying in bed. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Hey you, I'm feeling it so. Hey you, now where do you go? Hey you, should let it flow. I do think you care. Do you
Welcome to the Fringe.